Here is a fact. In most situations of derailed behavior, it wasn't or isn't that God didn't care or wanted to intervene. God always wants to intervene. But it's us who has denied him and has allowed the enemy to speak to our pain. We have allowed the enemy to speak to our wounds. We have allowed the enemy to speak now about what we're going through now, and then the enemy gets in, and so he goes back to our yesteryear, reminding us of the pain that we endured. Once the enemy comes in, he will not settle for the now, but he'll pull out all the files. Somebody said the files. He'll pull out all the files and he'll begin to go through all the files, and then he said, what about this? You got hurt here, you got wounded here. Somebody, Lord, I wish I had. And when the enemy comes in, after a while, we start seething. We start bubbling. And it's only a matter of time before we explode with what I call malignant behaviors. Behaviors that are guaranteed destruction. Being an administrator in schools now for 22 years, I've seen the kids come in who are wounded. I've seen the kids over the years, thousands of kids who have come in who are broken, who are raped and molested, and they're just seething. And they're seething and they're seething, and it just takes one thing and boom, they explode. But that's what the enemy does. He comes in your house and he shakes up your house, causing the memories from yesteryear to come back. Have you ever gone through a time and a season when yesteryear's troubles have become today's problem? Have you ever been in a situation where you're trying to shake it, you're trying to forget it, but it keeps coming back and regurgitating, and you can't seem to shake it, and the only reaction is to act in a malignant way, destroying relationship, destroying friendship, destroying everything that is good for you. It is interesting that we only destroy the things that are good for us and never the things that are bad. When we're in pain, we look for the negative and not the good. Isn't that interesting? And we do it subconsciously. It is because it is that intrinsic thing called sin that causes us to go to the opposite of what God has declared that we should be.